I meant to do it vertical, but you get a horizontal look this morning. And everybody on the road has to be on the highway. Doesn't it look like it, right? Or it's a busy morning this Sunday morning. But anyway, we're on our way to church. We got back really late last night, so I was exhausted, and so I just went to bed very shortly after it. I'm really tired today, so we'll just see. I know I probably sound like I'm still half asleep, and I kind of am. Again, it was a busy day. We got there at about 9 o'clock. We're up at like 7 o'clock. Or about 9 o'clock at night. So it was just, I was done. I was cooked. By the time we rolled around to trying to go to, trying to go anything to do with live yesterday. So anyway, I still want to do that quilt piece. Christina gave me her pickle to finish. I gotta work on the swan because I'm just going to outline it basically with the crochet thread that I have just on the outside of the swan, so I have to finish that. I still have soap caddies to work on, so I don't quite know what I'm doing. I know I gotta come on so we can finish that. We gotta finish the swan. We finished the teacups, which I'm not outlining at all. The only thing I kind of thought with that one about outlining was just between the teacups. I don't know yet if I'm going to do that. Between the teacups, kind of with that gold. I don't know. I have to see how I'm going to like it. But on where the gold teacup kind of sits, not the whole thing, but just the bottom of that gold teacup and the top of the gold teacup. I don't know yet, because I think once I start outlining it, I kind of feel like I have to outline the whole piece. I don't know if I'm going to do that yet or not. I don't quite know. I need to look further on Amazon and see if they have crochet thread that's less than 10. So we'll see how I feel later today. I just am really tired, as I'm sure you can tell. And so anyway, other than that, I hope everybody's having a good Sunday. We had a rainstorm last night. I pretty much slept through it because I was so tired. I was absolutely exhausted. So anyway, it's just beautiful Sunday morning. Ground still is wet from all the rain that we had. Mom said it was quite a storm, so I didn't hear a thing. I heard thunder, and I thought I better go to sleep. Once the thunder comes rolling in, I may be awake. So I put my little head to the pillow. I was gone very quickly. And so we'll just see. I know we need to do that quilt piece. I just want to encourage everybody to be willing to walk through uncomfortable doors. And it's not easy to do that. It's not easy to think I gotta walk through this really uncomfortable door. But sometimes good things come out of it. Not right at first. Sometimes it takes a while. But sometimes we have to walk through uncomfortable spaces and uncomfortable doors to get through to the other side. And if you're not doing it, walking with the Lord, something's missing. That's my point of view. But again, if you don't believe that, then you have a right to not believe that. Please walk through them with a friend. Because I don't think we can walk through doors that are kind of hard to open and uncomfortable doors, because without somebody kind of by our side, because it's scary. And so, that's why this community's here. Because whatever you're going through in your day or your life, we're here to not just put puzzle pieces on a foam board or to wherever we're going or driving to church. We're here to be a community worth of people that can come in and talk and be here for each other. Christina's going through a little bit of a struggle right now, and she's loving how I'm breaking it down. I said, Christina, you got to look at your life like a King of Saga piece. You can't put all of the King of Saga pieces down at once. You need to be Inspector Gadget to do that. You got to put them in one at a time. And sometimes certain pieces are more difficult to put in than others. Some pieces needed a little bit more finagling to work, or a little bit more cuts or trims, or it takes a while, and sometimes you go back over the piece you put in because you see something that you need to fix. But that's kind of life. If we try to put all pieces down on our King of Saga piece at once and say, okay, we have to put this all at once, you might as well just put, hi Chris, you might as well just put pieces on, you might as well just put pieces on just take a whole piece of fabric and stick it on the board. This is the only way you can take it. And life isn't just one piece of fabric. It's a bunch of pieces put together. It is a bunch of pieces, as in this thing we call life, that gets us through. And it's community that helps us get through. And so, I know that, and before I forget, Chris, it may not be today. We had a very busy day yesterday. But I've got to send Josh that thing you talked about going to. And I'll let you know either Monday or Tuesday. So before I forget. I've never seen a drone show, so that's something I'm very interested in. I've never seen it close up. So anyway, and sometimes we forget that we try to go through these things in life without anybody. We got to be Superwoman. I said that to my daughter yesterday. I said, you don't have to be Supermom. You can have people come beside you and help you. That's what life is called. We're supposed to have people that come beside. And when we're overwhelmed, we can have have a friend help. She was, sometimes, when I can't find something, Josh finds it. Because I'm overwhelmed, I can't see it. Or sometimes my mom, has a great habit of hiding things and then not knowing where we're going to stick them. They're putting a safe place, they should know where. Yes. And so she put them in a safe place so that you don't know where they are. Sometimes I can find them when she can't. Christina had something recently she had to find, and she was too overwhelmed. Guess what? A friend found it in about 2 minutes when she came over to help her with stuff in her house. So if we're trying to get through this thing called life without having support, I don't know if it's in Alaska. And I don't know how I watched Life Below Zero. I'm so tired. Life Below Zero. But Life Below Zero was Life Below Zero was a show that there was some people that were just out in the bushes by themselves, and they lived. They weren't surrounded by too many people. They weren't just by themselves, and they didn't really talk with anybody or anything. But what you found out through that show is what it looked or portrayed is that person was out there for the whole years and years. They were by themselves, but they still went into town and associated with people and still had people to talk to. And I think there was one thing where somebody said, that they were, that they saw the guy come in and to a restaurant or something like that on the off season of the show. So, yes, they needed their space, but they still had community. And that's what we're trying to do here, y'all. We're trying to build what little community we can build. And, Christina said to me very recently, she said, thank you for breaking it down. I said, well, Christina, we're putting piece by piece on with the situation. We have about 4 or 5 pieces out of the picture that she's trying to put together in her head. Can't put it down all at once. Or you might as well just put a piece of fabric down, right? and then just go, okay, go put a piece of fabric down, and that's it. And one piece of fabric, it's beautiful, maybe a beautiful piece of fabric, but it's not an intricate picture. And guess what, in life? Well, guess what? Life can be very intricate. It can be messy. It can fray, right? Our edges, our emotions can fray. We can be tired people. And sometimes we can say things that came out the wrong way. And we also have to give each other a little bit of grace. Because sometimes, y'all, we say something in the midst of haste or emotion. It's not what we mean. And it's not what we mean at all. And I just am very thankful that I have a good community. I'm blessed with the family that I have. And family, y'all, can be wonderful, but they can be messy. And because we're messy people, we're not going to be perfect until we're in heaven. And, we're just refining ourselves. And I just think as we grow, we refine ourselves more and more. The potter is putting us on the potter's wheel. And we are continuously refining ourselves and making us better. And I just hope that people realize the importance of coming together with community and support and love, because that's what it's all about. That would make an awesome Kinasaga studio, you know that? I don't think I want it on the highway, but it would make an awesome little thing. So it's a beautiful day. Maybe we'll see some deer. Last time we were coming by, we saw a deer and two of the babies. We saw a deer the other day. Driving. I don't think I'm awake yet. Actually, I know I'm not awake yet. I could have slept probably another 2 or 3 hours. I don't think we have any place to go tomorrow, thank goodness. I don't think I could go any place tomorrow. Corn is nice and high. Look how high the corn's getting, y'all. So anyway, don't think you got to go through this life alone. Nobody intended for us to do that. We're social beings. We're here to support each other. We're here to build a solid community of people that want to come together and just have a place to talk, a place to connect, so that we can be, we can be it. And sometimes we have to go through some uncomfortable, but I certainly wouldn't do it by myself. If you believe in the Lord, then make sure you got the Lord walking through them doors, because something that doesn't seem like it's going to be a positive outcome can be, but sometimes we have to go through the mess to get there. Hi, Cruisin'. You can put hashtag blessed in the chat if you want people to connect with your channel. So it's a beautiful, beautiful Sunday. Just remember how important it is, y'all, to come together, to be able to make sure that we're supporting each other, going through this thing called life, one piece at a time. I think I'm going to make a short taking a board or something about getting through life one piece at a time. And I'll get a King of Saga piece or video down from one of my lives. I'll speed up, and I'm going to do a poem, one piece of fabric at a time, just like associated with life. So that's what it's all about. So we're almost at church, y'all. So I'm trying to get it. It's a different angle than what I'm used to. So y'all remember, be proud of being you. Everybody else is taken. There's nobody else like you. Keep crocheting that connection. No crochet hook is required. We have you covered. Thank you so much for having us covered. And we're only about 31 hours away from 3,000, and I'll see whether or not we're going to actually flip it and at least get back to partial monetization. I don't think so, but if they give us the hours we have kind of banked up, we would be almost at the 4,000. But anyway, I'll let you all know when it flips, whether or not we go back. So I love you all. Have a great day. Hi, Bud Files. Put in hashtag blessed real quick. I've not had my coffee yet, y'all. So that people that when they come in and watch this live can see it again when they come in. So remember, today is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad at this. Have a great day. And I don't know if I'll be on later, but maybe. Love y'all. Have a great night. Come back and comment on videos so that people can go check out your channel, y'all. Love y'all. Have a great day. Bye-bye.